It's always exciting when you get to ride a new trail for the first time, but it's even better when you get to ride a mountain bike trail that's been brought back from the dead. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today.
Nice.
Today I'm back in the Southwest's best known trail centre, and this video is one that I've been looking forward to making for the last couple of years, because I finally get to ride the reopened Black Trail. That's right, after over 4 years of being closed, this trail is finally ready and open for business. When I first rode at Haldon Forest back in 2018, the Black mountain bike trail was already closed, so I never actually got to ride it. I even made a video about it 2 years ago to see if I could find out what was going on. There was a lot of speculation about why it was closed. Some say it's because the area is an eagle nesting site. The guy in the bike shop reckons it's because too many people were getting hurt on the trail. Some people think it's because Bigfoot was once spotted here. But the more level-headed among us think that it was closed due to a logging contract on the land. But no one seems to know for sure. But after being closed for over 4 years, one thing we did know is that the trail was dead and buried. Or so we thought. From the trail's weathered appearance a few months ago to today, the whole trail has been given a well-deserved fresh coat of paint. It has brand new rock gardens, crafted berms, flowing woodland, and even a man-made drop, all of which I can't wait to ride. So to get to the Black Trail, you first need to ride the red, which is no bad thing. If you can comfortably ride all the features on the red, then you can start thinking about riding the black. Black trails tend to have tricky and unavoidable features that you need to be confident on. At the end of this particularly fun roller coaster section of trail, you navigate the awkward switchback rock garden, and right in front of you is the Black Trail. So that's enough of me talking about it. Let's drop in. The trail kicks off with this steep downhill rock garden. A great introduction.
Oh, nice.
You then turn onto this steep rooty section. It's definitely steeper than it looks on camera, and some of the roots can easily catch you out. This whole top section is pretty action-packed, and just what you'd expect from a black trail.
Nice. All a bit sloppy now.
After this, you're straight into another rock garden. This one is not particularly tricky, but it's a long one. You're still carrying a lot of speed from the steep section, so you definitely need to focus on where you're going. After surviving the rock garden, you come to this super smooth, super flowy middle section of trail. Now in the dry is going to be a really fast section with some impressive Strava times, but today the conditions were slightly less than optimal. Although the weather has been good for a day or so, we've recently had a lot of rain. Despite the red trail being pretty dry, the black trail was still really sloppy. Being on the lower part of the forest, it will probably be one of the last places to dry out properly, especially some of the lower sections and the climb back to the top. To make this video, I rode this trail a couple of times, and I have to say I didn't make it down one single run without getting mud all over the camera lens, so sorry about that.
Oh, this is seriously sloppy.
So if you're planning to ride this, perhaps it's worth waiting until the trail has dried out a little bit more. But despite all this flowing section was still a lot of fun. Although featureless, it was a great opportunity to build up speed. Even in these slower conditions, the trail actually carries speed well. There are also some natural lumps and bumps in places that will hopefully develop into fun alternative line options as the trail becomes more established. After a brief pause to wipe the camera lens, you have a berm to the left, followed by another faster flowing section, which for me was an exercise in holding tight and wishing I had tyres with better grip. But luckily I'd left my mudguards on for the ride. Not that this made much difference to me or the bike. After the next berm is another surprise feature, a tasty little rock drop. Riding this for the first time, it creeps up on you fast.
Oh, jump.
There's nothing too technical to it, and it has a good landing.
Nice.
For a short section of trail, it's packed with plenty to keep things interesting. I was actually surprised at how long this trail is and how much fun it was to ride. At this point, you're nearing the end, and the rest of the trail from here just flows down to meet up with the fire road for a short and steep climb back to where you started.
Oh no, check out the mud. Oh.
So if you want to add a short but exciting detour to your ride, this is definitely one to go for. This is an action-packed and exciting trail with plenty of opportunity for people to improve their bike skills and get used to riding black features. After waiting 4.5 years to ride this trail, I'm really glad I got to give it a go today. With summer just around the corner, I'm sure that all the local riders are going to be pretty stoked that this trail has been brought back to life. It's interesting to think that we'd all written this trail off completely, thinking that it had been left for dead. And to be honest, who could blame us? It certainly must have taken a lot of work to clear everything out, add all the new features, and get everything running again, because this really was a complete mess of a trail. But I think this trail now speaks for itself, and it offers more experienced riders something extra to get their teeth stuck into, which is always going to be a good thing. I'm definitely looking forward to riding it again, but perhaps in drier conditions. So if, like me, you do end up covered in mud, luckily there's a bike wash at the trail centre, which is £1 for 2 minutes and worth every penny on a day like today. So with a couple of hours of riding under my belt, it was time to head back to the car. But with the weather being so nice, we decided that it would be rude not to continue our road trip further down south and head into Cornwall. After a long winter, we wanted to see what sunny Fistral Beach had to offer, and to stock up on the local delicacies. So I'll leave you with this epic footage from the rest of my road trip. Enjoy. So, as usual, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, it's free after all. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.